Cooking Up Something with Shelly. Tia Felton came on downstairs to our kitchen studio. Welcome, Tia, again, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
So tonight we are going to take our conversation to the next level. But this time we're going to do it over some food and some wine. So I'm going to let Tia reintroduce herself to you. And while she's doing that, I'm going to get the wine. So Tia, take it.
Hello, everybody. I am Tia. I am the owner of Pritia Style. There's our wine. I am a proud Black woman who is young. I'm an entrepreneur, and I am excited about where I'm going and the woman that I am evolving into with women to help me like Shelly Shelton.
Our show is really for that woman, that entrepreneur, that girl boss, that go-getter. Like, we are here to help you get to that next level. So even when it comes to relationships, comes to your business, personal, professional development, that's what we do. Let's talk about legacy. She shared with us, ladies and gentlemen, she's only 25 years old. I don't know if she's even had an opportunity to think about the legacy that she wants to live. And so I'm gonna let that just kind of simmer in her spirit for a little bit. Let me tell you about this legacy that I want to leave. So I'm 43, I'm an entrepreneur. I still work the full-time gig. I still do the 9 to 5, but I have a side gig that I want to allow it to become my main gig, if that makes sense. And so I have Unstoppable University, which is a mastermind community for girl bosses, female entrepreneurs, women that want a change in their lives. Whether you're separated, single, divorced, I need to help you accelerate so that you understand that you are unstoppable. I also have the Aspiring Speakers Academy, because at some point you need to speak your truth. Whether it's for your business, whether it's you want to publicly speak, you want to get more sales as a Mary Kay rep, you want to be better as a realtor, whatever it is, I help you take your public speaking to the next level. And then if you are divorced or whatever, like, I don't know what stage you are in your life, but maybe you need that next career, you need that next job, that next new beginning. I help you with TLC Recruiting Academy find that next career job, that next career, that next move. I want every single person that I come in contact with to be impacted by my gift, by my love, by my vision for life. When you come into my home, I want you to feel the warmth of God in your presence. I want you to feel like you have walked into a vacation home. I don't want you to feel tension. I don't want you to feel anxiety. I want you to feel like this is life. I love to help people decorate their homes so that when they come home from work, they feel like they're on a vacation. They don't feel like it's chaos that they walked into again. I want to leave a legacy of making sure that people have lived their best life, and that whatever it is that I can do, I hope and pray that I help you live your best life, even if it's just thinking about it, talking about it, helping you with your business, helping you with your relationship. I do not want anyone to get divorced. If you need to, all right, if there's no other choice, God has said whatever, and you gotta get a divorce, okay, cool, all right, I got it. But I wanna help you so that you don't get to that point, so that you don't go to where I went. Like, if you've seen my videos where I'm talking about the storm and I'm telling you about grandma and what grandma told me, there's a message, there's a meaning behind it all, but I do not want you to go through what I went through. Unstoppable TV is here to help you in all those areas. That's the legacy I want to leave. So I'm going to turn it over to Tia. 25, what legacy do you want to leave?
So, those are big shoes to fill at such a young age. To be honest, I haven't really ever sat down to really consider the legacy of what I truly want to leave. However, if I can sum it up just off of things that I have in my heart, we all have endured struggle. We all have endured different things that we have gone through, whether it was being rejected, whether it was feeling like you weren't good enough, or whether it was feeling like, I'm not smart enough to do this, or I'm not this talented to do that, or I don't come from the right background. I didn't have an easy background either. However, I'm here, and if I can make it, then so can you. So my legacy would be to be able to empower others, not just women, but children, anyone, to know that it doesn't matter where you came from. If you have the drive, if you have the understanding of maybe what you want to do or where you want to go, you can go there, you can do it. It's nothing that is stopping you, and you are your biggest obstacle. If my legacy is to be left, it would be that I have let people know around me, that I come in contact with, children, men, women, friends, family, anyone that I come in contact with, that if I can make it through my mess that I have gone through, and I can be successful, or I can lead a successful life, then so can you. So that would be the legacy.
Amen. We're going to continue this conversation about relationships as we are cooking. All right, so tonight we're doing a special little dish, and it's all veggies. So we already have our carrots and potatoes ready. Our carrots, okay, fresh, okay, ladies. All right, organic, all right, you know.
We went to Whole Foods.
And then we're gonna use some potatoes.
Yes.
And get some stuff rolling. We already have our bread.
Yes.
Not too many carbs, so okay.
Not too many because we can't.
But we definitely have some wine.
Yes.
So we have some shrimp. We have some pasta. And we'll get to all of that. So while we are kind of getting the kitchen together, we want to begin the conversation even more about relationships. One of the things that I learned while I was dating. So before I got married, I dated my ex-husband, and we dated for 7 years. One of the things that I realized through that process is we really didn't know ideally where we were going to go. Like, we didn't sit down and say, okay, this is where we want to go. Even though we both were very successful within our careers. For young Black people, not having any kids, we felt we were in a good place. Kind of, did the house thing, we bought homes and invested in property, things of that nature. But when it came down to actually sitting down and identifying exactly where we wanted to go, we didn't have that for sure plan, even though I am very much into vision board. So I had a vision board every single year. Like, that is me, vision board up and down. But when I would go to him and say, what are your goals? He would say, I don't know. Like, I think his thoughts were, he was just going to continue just to be in education, which he has and has done very, very well in it. But I wanted more. So I wanted entrepreneur life. Like, I've always wanted to work from home. So for the past 15 years, I've worked from home. My first job out of college was working from home. And when I interned, it was working from a hotel. They paid me to work in a hotel for 3 months with a company car. So my mindset is, I want freedom. I do not want anyone telling me what time I have to be at work. I don't want to be in traffic. I don't want to drive if I don't have to. If I have to, you owe me a car. That's my mindset. So you owe me a car if I have to drive to work. Like, that's my mindset. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being different. But so we were not always on the same page when it came to things. So I know now that when God blesses me with that next relationship, when he blesses me with Boaz, B-O-A-Z, when he blesses me with Boaz, this time my eyes are going to be wide open because I wasn't ready before. This time I want to make sure that we are in line with what God has for us and what God wants us to do, and that vision is shared between both of us. That's kind of where things are with me from a relationship standpoint. Like, I'm not dating, but I'm going to tell you, I'm excited about dating whenever God sends whoever he has for me. I'm in a place of observance. Like, God has me sitting back and observing what's working in relationships, what's working from the standpoint of what I didn't have before. Only successful, and I'll say this, the only successful relationship that I saw growing up was Cliff and Claire Huxtable. That was the only successful relationship that I knew. And they were my people. They were people on TV. So now I want us to begin to have that dialogue. So me, the 43, Tia, the 25, I need to teach her and her significant other the pitfalls, the things that I don't want you to fall in, the things that I've learned so that you don't become the old me that had to go through a divorce. Let's talk about how you define what a successful relationship is. So you, the 25, how do you define it?
I have had a wonderful example of what a successful relationship is. I was adopted, and the parents who adopted me had dated since high school. My father was my mother's only boyfriend. My mom was my dad's only girlfriend, and they only dated each other, and they are still married. They are on 35 years now is where they are. And I grew up seeing my parents didn't argue. I never saw them bicker. I only saw them pray. I only saw them leading a great example of leading a Christian life, like a legit Christian life. And it set the expectation seriously really, really high for me. And I always say my parents live in a bubble. It's just them two. They just live in a bubble. If it was just them two in the world, they would be perfectly fine. However, as we all know, we have all experienced, that sometimes that's not always the path that everyone else goes down. So a successful relationship to me, honestly, one is to keep God first. And that's because that's how I was raised, and that's the example that I saw. Literally to keep God first. And also to know that honestly and truly, there really are successful relationships out there. And there really is keys that you need to have a successful relationship. But the main thing that I will say that I have learned personally in my experience that no one ever taught me, communication is key. If you don't have communication, you don't know how to communicate, it's always bickering, it's always fighting, it's always arguing, and the points never get across. You're just listening to respond back, not really listening to understand the other person and what you can do. You know, that's really, I feel like, is the key to a successful relationship. You have to be able to communicate. Any relationship, friends too.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're gonna pause there. We're gonna come back on another day with Cooking Up Something with Shelly. I'll feature Tia, bring her back, and I want us to exclusively focus on that topic, communication. Communication in your relationship, communication with your girlfriend.
Yes.
You know, communication at work.
Yep.
Like those levels of communication are a bit different. How you communicate with your girls are different than how you communicate with your boyfriend.
And each one is important.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And it's different with how you communicate at work.
Yes.
Like you can be at work, girl, did you da-da-da-da-da? No, you gotta go to a professional level at work. Mm-hmm. So how you communicate is very important. Right. So stay tuned for the next episode of Cooking Up Something with Shelly, featuring Tia Felton. Be blessed, be safe. We'll see you on the next episode of Unstoppable TV. Love you guys.
Bye.